In this video, we are going to talk about the potential global energy crisis. We are also going to discuss about the points that have led us to this situation and finally understand the impact of this crisis. But before that, let us understand the three main sources of fossil fuels, which are coal, oil, and gas. But why are we talking about it now? So, what has happened is gas, coal, and electricity prices in recent weeks have rose to their highest levels. Talking about gas price, natural gas prices have seen the biggest increase. As seen in the graph, they have doubled in 2021. Talking about coal, international coal prices are around 5 times their level a year ago. And coal power plants in India and China, the world's two largest coal consumers, have very low stocks ahead of the winter season. Lastly, talking about oil, global oil demand continues to recover from its 2020 lows, and the prices at the pump in many countries are at or near their highest level in years. So now let us understand what is the reason behind this rapid rise. There are two main reasons behind this rapid rise. The very first reason is weaker than expected supply. Let me explain this to you in detail. So what has happened is higher gas use due to colder weather earlier in the year has lowered all the inventories of gas. The storage for the year 2021 was significantly lower, and so we see the spike in gas prices. Another reason adding to it is that there has been a decline in domestic production of natural gas by two major producing countries, that is UK and Netherlands, as seen in the graph. This was mainly due to environmental and financial concerns. Moreover, there is rising demand for liquefied natural gas in Asia as economies there have recovered from COVID-19 slowdown, which has driven up the prices. Dwindling supply from European mines and high demand from China have pushed up the price of coal. Chinese coal prices have hit record highs amid flooding in the northern China that forced the closure of dozens of coal mines. Coal remains the main source of energy in China, which is used for heating, power generation, and steel making. The second reason is fast global recovery. As seen in the graph, economic growth has experienced a V-shaped recovery post-pandemic in 2021. This is one of the fastest recovery as GDP went from -3% in 2020 to almost 5.9% in 2021. As restrictions are relaxed, demand has accelerated but supply has been slower to respond. In the US, firms are finding it difficult to fill positions, leading to rise in wages. For example, the ratio of job openings to unemployed workers is close to 1 in the United States. Consistent with a resumption of greater activity, there are signs of higher wage growth in some sectors. For instance, leisure and hospitality, retail, and transportation in the United States. Let us understand what will be the impact of this global energy crisis. Firstly, there will be increase in household electricity energy expenses. In Germany, electricity prices leaped last week to their highest level on record, up more than 6 times from a year ago. In Spain, where gas-fired power generation plays a larger role in setting electricity prices, the increase was even higher. In cold countries, gas is used for heating, and hence there will be double impact of higher power cost as well as energy expenses. The second impact is higher inflation. Higher energy cost will directly through fuel prices and indirectly as input cost of transport and manufacturing reflect in higher inflation. already there is debate on whether the inflation is temporary or stubborn. If inflation remains elevated, then global central banks may go in for faster interest rate hikes than earlier projected, and this may impact global economic recovery. Lastly, talking about economic growth, as energy prices race higher, risks to the economic recovery are rising and growth could be slower than forecast. While surge in energy prices is still far from the kind of oil shock that could trigger a recession, the trend is discomforting and much higher prices could eat into savings and impact consumer spending. Let us talk about Indian coal crisis, which has been in the news mainly due to higher imported coal prices and low domestic inventories. India's power generation is largely coal dependent. Coal and lignite-fired thermal power plants account for about 54% of India's installed power generation capacity, but currently they account for about 70% of power generated in the country. However, due to seasonal factors in India, it is facing a severe coal shortage. What are these seasonal factors? Okay, so what happens is that during monsoons, thermal power units undertake maintenance shutdown, which reduces coal demand and hence coal production drops, leading to reduction in coal inventory. Coal stocks at thermal power plants can supply only few days of fuel. The average level of coal stocks has come down to 4 days worth of stocks. However, this is not new, and in the past also low coal stocks have occurred, like in September-October 2014. The problem is with coal units that are using imported coal. Due to sharp spike in imported coal prices, power generation units based on imported coal have become unviable. So they are cutting down on power generation to stop cash burn. As a result, we might face temporary power cuts. So what can we conclude from all this? Well, elevated energy price is a major risk for global equities as higher costs could hurt consumer demand, leading to impact on economic recovery. Higher gas price and fuel price will increase cost of industries, thus leading to margin pressure. Tiles, glass, city gas distributors among others will see an increase in their cost. What about inflation, as every 10% increase in crude leads to 0.4% increase in inflation? Thankfully, India's consumer price inflation is likely to ease due to soft food and veg prices. This would partly offset direct and indirect impact of fuel price on inflation. So is there a power crisis in the making? Well, we don't think so. Coal shortage crisis is temporary, and as winter sets in, power demand will reduce and coal stocks will get replenished. Moreover, the government has allocated additional wagons for quicker transportation of coal. With crude at $85 per barrel, how vulnerable is the Indian economy? Well, what we think is that because of strong software exports and remittances, which together make up for $175 billion, has improved India's ability to face higher crude prices, but it will start hurting if crude price shoots up to $100 per barrel. We hope you liked this video. Please do give it a like and share it with your friends, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel. We will see you next time with another such video. Until then, goodbye.